Today we are here for discussing about elective papers in general. So today's agenda would be we will first discussing about all the
Yeah,
electives.
sorry to disturb.
Yeah.
Uh, Brief introduction I will give to students so that they should know. Uh, Very good evening, all the students, and welcome back. I welcome all the students watching over Zoom as well as watching over YouTube to this great session. Today we are having with us CA Shreya Joshi. She is an all India ranker in CA final as well as CA intermediate. So we are very blessed and privileged to have such an very great faculty with us. She will be today guiding us on elective subjects. Also, you can ask any other queries at the end of the session regarding any of the subjects which she can answer it. So with this short intro and without wasting much of the time, now I request Shreya ma'am to please start the session. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, for having me here, and also Satara Vikasa and other Vikasa, which is in line with Satara Vikasa. So, as sir has rightly said, today our session will be regarding electives, and my agenda today would be first I will be talking in general about the elective papers, whatever queries I have been receiving. So, I'll be addressing those in general, not specific to any elective. Then I'll shift to GFRS, which was my elective paper, and I'll also cover 4 hours 15 minutes how I was able to tackle that exam period, which we generally call it as a war period. So starting with general electives ka guidance, I would say the very first question that arises in our mind is, before 1.5 days of exam, when should we start studying electives? Matlab, after coming from SCMP or costing ka paper, do we really have to invest that 0.5 days in studying electives, or should we shift to DT? So I would rather say it depends on each and everyone's strengths. But if you are quite sure, for example, if you have some other subject which is related to your electives, for example, say FR for GFRS, or SFM to some extent is related to risk management, then law is related to economic laws, which I guess you have to study just two more additional laws. International taxation is there, which is related to DT, which will lessen your burden for DT as well. So if such subjects you have taken for elective and you have very less material to study for elective, then better invest 0.5 days in DT. Do not waste those that valuable time. If you are very confident about elective, of course rest is important, but take it for an hour or so and then directly shift to DT. So this is the first question: when do we have to start preparation for elective 1.5 days before exam? The second question is material to be carried. तो limit yourselves, मतलब इतना ज्यादा भी don't carry that you are not able to handle it. And the third thing, and important thing is, just carry those books which are relevant. मतलब फॉर GFRS FR के RTPs MTPs में से कुछ आ सकता है, फॉर इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन DT के मॉड्यूल्स में से कुछ पूछा जा सकता है, but we cannot carry everything. So limit yourself, say for the books of provisions that you have maintained, or index is very important for electives. Let it be any electives, index plays a very important role. Then just carry those books which you have good hands on. Do not take any new book to the examination hall, that will create a havoc over there. Okay, then the third thing about general electives guidance is carrying the books, and then how to manage first 15 minutes. So for the first 15 minutes, I would say just read the required part. Do not read the entire case study. Just read the required part and then go for the uh, priority, like which one you are going to eliminate and which questions you are going to attempt. For example, if you start reading the required part, you understand which index or which question you do not have in-depth knowledge and which you cannot answer. So just eliminate that question. Do not even try to read other questions for that particular case study. Just go for the next questions, and I would suggest go from the back, like case study number 5. Do not it is usually said that first case study is difficult, and it has been my personal experience. So I would rather say go from the last case study, and also decide the sequence if you can decide the sequence. And for MCQs, just write besides the MCQ asked in the question paper which answer you are going to mark in the final answer sheet, so that there won't be any miss in the final answer sheet. If you do not have time to do so, then definitely mark directly in the answer sheet. But if you have so, then first pre-plan that which answer you are going to answer in the main answer sheet. Then the thing about general, I mean theory questions other than MCQs, divide the time. So for 4 hours you can divide 1 hour for each case study. In that also divide ki hame there are 10 MCQs, so 10 marks ke MCQs and 15 marks ki case study. So for 60 questions there are 25 marks. So keep 10 minutes aside. 60 minutes there are 25 marks, so keep 10 minutes aside for rechecking, or whenever you go wrong then you have to recalculate the things. For that sake, keep 10 minutes aside. Then for every mark you have to allot 2 minutes. Okay, so accordingly divide the time. And for theory, say for 15 marks there should be 30 minutes in your hand at any cost. So you have to wrap up the MCQs. Of course, do not misinterpret it, because there are some lines which are hidden in the case study. Another thing that I would like to tell is, while reading the required part in the first 15 minutes, what you can do is just mark the paragraph in the case study which is relevant to that question. So when you'll come back to the question while solving it, it won't consume much of your time. So I would rather say, if those 15 minutes time gets more to say 20 or 25 minutes max, that would be good. So the rest of the paper will be smooth and not much of the time will be consumed. But these two things that you have to do in the 15 minutes is which one question, which one case study to be eliminated, and the second thing is in what sequence you have to write it, because it matters the most when it comes to the checking part, evaluation part. The first question usually you should be very confident in. Of course, it I won't say it matters the most if it goes wrong, but you from yourself, you should be confident. So, and the last question that is very important, I found it during my preparation, during my exam, is after coming from the electives, we are very exhausted because the elective papers is 4 hours ka paper. And so after writing the 4 hours paper and coming home, the next task or the next challenge in front of us is to manage DT, which is like 2 or 3 subjects in itself. So I'll divide this question into 2 parts. The one who have attempted international taxation or taken international taxation as elective paper, and the second are others. So starting with the international taxation, the 30% syllabus is over in the electives itself because it is in much depth. So I would say, after coming from the after the 4 hours paper, after coming home, take 1 hour's good rest. So I would say till 8 or 7:30 you should be all ready, and you should sit for studying at 8. And I would say cover most important topic from DT, which would be PGBP. The maximum coverage on the day when you'll come from the exam will lessen your burden on the next day, especially in the case of DT, because it is very challenging to cover the entire portion in such a small period. Okay, for others who have their paper other than international taxation as elective, the same strategy would be there. Also, I would suggest, if you can, cover small chapters like equalization levy or DTAA in the international taxation. So that would be beneficial for you on the next day. This was all about general electives guidance. Now I'll come to GFRS paper. So the first question is how to study GFRS in 1.5 days before exam. So for GFRS, what I'll share, what I had done that will benefit you. So after coming from the costing paper, we had 2 days holiday. So for one day entirely, I had covered DT and IDT, and some rest I had, good rest I had taken. But unfortunately for you people, there is no gap, but you can make the most out of it because you do not lose the continuity. That is the good part of it. So after coming from the SCMP paper, what you can do is, since FR, most of the GFRS is covered in FR in paper 1, you can utilize that half day for DT or IDT, and then from the next day, fresh morning, you can start with GFRS. In GFRS, firstly, you just go through all the FR modules and just mark the important things that you were not confident during your FR paper, so that you know the points are plotted in the book itself. If the particular question comes in the GFRS paper, you don't need to remember the points or anything for theory because it is an open book. And then the second thing what you can do is do carve outs and carve ins. The third thing you should do is US gap. You need not remember the provisions for US gap because it might create confusion, because it is entirely opposite of IFRS and Ind-AS. So what you can do is, there are certain sections given on the ICAI website where they have given differences between US gap. So what you can do is just remember things कि अच्छा consolidation वाला US gap है तो we have to refer these points, or you should know where all things are placed. You need not remember the provisions at all. In fact, you should not. This is what I would recommend. Do not remember the provisions for US gap. Then after finishing these, go through the case studies. Case studies that you must have marked, or index you must have created. Index I have already shared with you all people. So whatever index you have created or you're using anyone else's, just be acquainted with it, be thorough with it, because it happens any case study or any particular question gets repeated from the previous question sometimes or the other. So the question is, do we have to cover ITFG? So for ITFG clarifications, I would say it is better if you can, but if you could not, then don't worry. I was unable to cover ITFG clarifications, but we cannot predict what the institute will ask us this time. Even for us, although I had prepared for US gap, no question was asked out of US gap. So it is very unpredictable, but I would say instead of focusing more on Ind-AS, IFRS and US gap, do not go for ITFG clarifications. Those are important. If you could manage well it in time, that is good, but do not discount other important topics. The next thing that comes to our table is what books should we carry for GFRS. So I'll tell you my material that I had carried. What I had done was, there were 4 FR modules. So I had printed it separately and I had clubbed it into 2. For I mean, what I had done was, module 1 and module 2 was printed in one single module, and module 3 and module 4 was printed in another module. So it was handy for me. And then those modules I had carried in the examination hall with me. Then the second thing is, I'm telling about material, GFRS material. I'm not telling about Calcio or anything. That is so must for every CA student. So after the FR modules, all the index that I had prepared for RTPs, MTPs, everything, question papers, suggested answers, RTPs, MTPs, and index for the respective question paper, suggested answers, RTPs and MTPs. So index is very important, as I have said earlier. The other thing that I had taken was few RTPs of FR, because I felt the questions that were asked in those RTPs were very different kind of questions that might get reflected in GFRS, and those were not previously asked. So those particular RTPs or those particular pages of those RTPs I had carried with me. And then the next thing that I had taken was uh, most importantly the differences, matlab carves outs and carve ins, then some appendix wale pages, then US gap. All these things are very important, and if at all you're comfortable, then carry the other RTPs and MTPs of FR also, because it has happened that some questions are asked, but do not overburden yourself, otherwise you'll get confused where to refer from. The next question that is in everyone's mind is how oftenly we should refer to the books, or do we even have to refer to the books? And this is common for all the electives. So the answer is yes, you can refer, but do not waste your time, because what I had done was, if some other provision or if some provision which I was not confident in, I had referred to the books, but it should not happen कि अरे हम confident है फिर भी ऐसा लग रहा है सही होगा या नहीं होगा, that is why we are checking, then it is waste of time in that period. Or we can think कि 4 hours are too much to complete the paper, but it is not, because it takes time to read the case studies, and the case studies runs into pages, and we have to interpret what the question is asking. So for referring the books, you should limit yourselves only to the questions that you're not confident on, or the concepts that you have never seen before while studying. Then you can find, because you know where all things are plotted. For example, the example that I had given for US gap. So this is about my 1.5 days preparation and the books that I had carried for examination. Then the next thing comes is managing the paper. So more or less it is the same that I had covered earlier, how to manage the entire paper. But for GFRS, I would like to add, just write over there besides the question which index based question is asked. And the most important thing that I would say is whether they are asking Ind AS or IFRS, because although there are not many, but there are some differences that are being frequently asked in Ind AS and IFRS. So it is necessary to mention ki what they want from us, whether it is Ind AS or IFRS. So this is all from my side regarding GFRS and other elective papers in general. So I would like to ask you all if you all have any queries. Rushikesh sir.
Students, any queries from your side relating to any electives or any other subject?
Hello.
Ma'am, can you give a few tips about 6D paper, economic loss, like especially what we need to focus on?
Okay, so economic laws, I would say you must have covered other laws in your paper 4. There are some additional laws that are there in economic laws, right? I don't know exactly, but I know there are 2 additional laws that are covered in paper 4. So I would say focus more on that. And also do the case laws that are being asked previously, because law is a subject where you have to interpret a lot. And in any concept, in any elective, wherever you are not sure or wherever you are not understanding any such concept, at least for elective, you can mark it over there, so that even if you do not understand what I know about RM was, they used to ask the FIBs as it is. मतलब वो sentence उठा के वैसे they used to ask. So even if you don't understand the concept, now it is not the right time कि there are just 5 days left, because after 5 days you'll start with your FR paper. So if you are doubtful about any concept, mark it over there, so that if direct question asks, you know that it is based on this concept, and then you can refer it over there. So this is about elective paper 4. Focus more on the 2 laws that were not covered in paper 4.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Nidhi, you have query? Nidhi Shetty, if you have any query, please unmute yourself. One query from Radhika Busari.
Yes.
In the 1.5 days before GFRS, should we read past question paper, RTP or model questions?
So I would say module you must have covered in your paper 1, and you must be thorough because वो तो open book नहीं था. So module you keep it at last, or I would say on the day of going to examination. Along with US gap, वो भी on the day of examination ही रखो. And RTP and question papers, past question papers, RTP तो I guess नहीं है in GFRS. There is MTPs. So what you can do is just take a glimpse of it through the index that you must have prepared. तो वहां पे अगर you have marked any question which is very important, then go through it, because it might get difficult to read everything. But do not ignore module questions. That was a very right question कि module questions करने चाहिए क्या? Then you should do it, because in November 20 my examination, most of the questions were as it is asked from module in GFRS paper. So do not discount module questions. Do it along with RTP and along with MTP and past exam questions. You can do it from index that you must have prepared.
So ma'am, is it possible कि आप आपका index जो बनाया था, is it possible to share it?
Yes, sir. Where to share it? Because I had already shared it.
You can share it to me on WhatsApp or in Telegram personal message.
Okay.
या फिर I will add you in our CA final crash course group.
Okay.
You can share it directly there.
Okay, no problem.
So it will be very handy for all the students कि अगर उनको index मिल जाएगा तो it will be very useful.
Yes.
Because same technique I used for my elective paper in CS final and it is very useful and उससे बहुत सारा time बच
जाता है. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Harish ji, बोलिए.
Sir, in last exam, November 2020, I have analyzed the paper regarding the GFRS. They have asked so much of this discussion type of questions. I mean, I want to ask ma'am how to go about this discussion type of questions.
So I would say go specifically, although they have asked some general question. For example, I could remember goodwill ka question it was asked, but the figures were missing. So everyone just confused. Write whatever is specific to the question asked. How do you calculate the goodwill? Don't go around the bush. Be specific to the question. Although it is discussion based, you should not waste much time on it, because we have to cover the other questions as well. So at the cost of one question, we cannot miss others. And be specific. As I said, if the figures are missing, just put the XX marks over there. Or for example, some questions on index 8 which you are saying discussion based were asked, so analyze the questions. If you are not able to attempt it at that point, leave the space and go ahead. Also, one different question in on index 102 was asked. So I would say, as I have mentioned earlier, you should know the every corner of your book that you have studied from. So I knew कि वो dates का question या dates की definition कहाँ पे है. So it was very easier for me to locate the look at the answer of the question and attempt it. I hope I have answered your question.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have a question. that I have a book on Ind AS. That is a book from an author, and it covers a lot. Like in short, it covers all the Ind AS. It also covers the COVID-19 latest questions, and plus it covers everything like case studies and problems and all that. So, is it a good idea to take that book to the exam or not?
Okay, have you studied before from that book?
Yes, I have studied, but I am not sure whether I can take it in the exam or not. That's why.
Are you thorough with the FR modules?
Yes.
Then I would say go for it. Why do you want to take a chance? Because if you are thorough with ICI modules, carry ICI books itself. Because even if some things are missed out in the other index book, then it might be a problem. So it is
No.
better to carry ICI modules.
I will carry the ICI module. I am just concerned that will there be any problem if I carry other book? Like Invigilator will not say anything. No, if I carry.
No. That is not a problem.
Thank you.
Yes.
There is no restriction. You can carry any book on the earth.
Yes.
Means it is not like copying. Other subjects के लिए copy होती है, यहाँ पे नहीं होती है. So you can, आपकी जो मर्जी है, you can take out those books with you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any more queries? And you can
I have
also
one query.
Yes, Harishankar.
Okay, so I have done my first revision of FR. Basically, I got an understanding of the entire syllabus, and I'm also taking GFRS. So now onwards, whenever I study FR, should I simultaneously study the corresponding GFRS, or shall I first master FR, then go for GFRS?
According to me, you should be thorough with FR first, because GFRS is in much depth as compared to FR. So be thorough. Like your condition should be ask me anything in FR, I am able to answer it at least 80%. So then only go to GFRS. So when is your exam?
This November.
November, na? So you have 3.5 months more. No, 4 months more. So I think you should go with FR first, master it, and then go to GFRS.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more general query from Mandip ji. Which paper should be chosen for chosen in elective paper? Maybe his November attempt wala hoga.
So this is a very general question, but I think it depends upon your interest. This is, I would say, very important question. The disclaimer that I would give is do not go with trends. हमारे बैच में ऐसा हुआ था कि RM के पेपर्स बहुत इजी आते हैं. Then most of the people used to go for RM. Even I was one of them, but my mentor told me कि no, you are good at FR, then choose GFRS. And in our examination, RM paper was very dangerous. Like most of the people could not clear because of RM paper. So do not go with trends. First thing, go with your interests. And the other thing is somewhat analysis you can do key efforts where you can put in less. So in FR paper or law paper, some less efforts you can put if you are good at it, and you can leverage those days for further preparation, like for DT preparation or IDT preparation. So I think go with your interest and strength.
Perfect. And also see to it that which is your great strength subject. Like if you are good in direct taxes, go for international taxation. If you are good in law, go for economic and commercial laws. If you are good in financial reporting, accounting standards, FR, to go for GFRS.
Yes.
These are simple techniques because, for example, international taxation elective subjects में बहुत सारा common part है from direct tax itself.
Right.
So अगर if you are studying for direct taxation, which is compulsory subject, you are automatic for international taxation elective. The thing is that you need very conceptual understanding, you need practical understanding little bit, because international taxation पे थोड़ा institute का ज़्यादा focus रहता है, since it is a core subject.
Right.
Hello, ma'am. I have a query.
Yes.
Ma'am, last time they were merged the two standards, like one was leases and one was intangible asset. I mean, in the suggested answer they have given, I mean, they have given both analysis. Like it can be in the classified as lease also, it can be classified also as a intangible asset also. So you told it you go about specifically, I mean, mention the provisions. So how to go about it, ma'am?
So can you please tell me the question?
Some cloud computing wala question.
So it was in November 20 itself, na,
Yes,
my
ma'am.
exam.
Yes.
Yeah, so their answer is specific, na, ki it can be Ind AS 38 in these cases, and it can be Ind AS 116 in these cases.
That is what in exam, no need to absolutely go with one standard, right? You can measure, I mean, write
No,
the
no,
provision.
no. Yes, yes, definitely. What I am saying, what I mean by specific is, agar unhone if they have asked us about the goodwill, then we have to state about goodwill itself.
Okay.
ठीक है ना, मतलब if one question has provisions of 2 standards, or it might happen 3 standards in some cases, then you can mention it like that. I'm not
Thank you.
saying that limit yourself to one standard.
Sure, thank you.
Yes.
Any more queries?
Shreya, one query, like when you attempted your GFRS, how did you manage your time?
Okay, so as I said, in the first 20 minutes, I could know what questions I'm going to attempt or which one I'm going to eliminate, to be very precise, and in what sequence I'm going to do it. I never read question number 1 or case study 1 at first. I always went from back. So I didn't lose my morale, I would rather say, because question 1 is always said to be the toughest. So I went from the back, and instead of going in what sequence should I do, I just started solving the paper, and from question number 5, I mean case study number 5 itself. So it didn't consume much of my time. If you know ki I am specific, or I am very confident in a particular question, go from that question, so that it will give you a boost and you will be able to cover that particular question in very less time if you're confident about it. Okay, so in my case, I had some weaknesses in some or the other questions, so I could not analyze in what sequence I should go. So I immediately started with the I think case study 2 to 5 started in a sequence itself.
Okay, thank you. And one more thing, what was the biggest challenge you faced in GFRS?
Okay, I would say managing the case studies. At first, matlab after practicing it, it was not a challenge. But at first, going in depth and reading the entire case study was a challenge for me, because the case study is so huge, and to manage it, that's why I have given you that particular hack to manage that thing. That while reading the question itself, locate a particular paragraph that is relevant to that question, mark it over there. So when you'll come back to the question while actually solving it, you won't waste much of your time. So reading the case study was a challenge for me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, query from Reena Sheikh. Can you please elaborate on 6B?
6B, what is 6B?
My first question is that only. Reena ji, please unmute yourself. Or anybody else know 6B kya hai?
In the chat, she has mentioned finance market.
Reena ji, you can continue.
Financial services and capital markets papers, 6B.
Okay.
So what I understand about that paper is it is a much wider, or has much greater volume than risk management. So the first thing that you have to manage about it is index. As I have mentioned for general elective guidance, index is must for that paper because it is used in volume is what I have heard. I have not gone through that paper, but specifically I can't tell you because I have not studied that paper. But generally I can tell you can link it with SFM wherever possible. It will lessen your efforts in FSCM. So this is what I can tell you about. If anything specific you want to ask, a doubt or anything, you can, but about preparation, generally what I have covered would be sufficient for you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
हेलो मैम। मैं नवंबर मंथ में फर्स्ट ग्रुप की एग्जाम देने वाला हूँ और बाद में सेकंड ग्रुप की एग्जाम बाद में है, लेकिन लेकिन इलेक्टिव सब्जेक्ट के लिए मैंने इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन का सोचा था और ये मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी केस स्टडी वाला जो है तो उसके बारे में कुछ बता सकते हो? दोनों में मुझे कंफ्यूज हो रहा है कि क्या सिलेक्ट करूं।
Okay, so if you're very good at taxation, I would say go for international, because multidisciplinary case studies may they can cover from any and every corner of the syllabus. So I would say ki, and the proportion is also very less. So I don't know, if you're very comfortable with all the subjects, you can also go for multidisciplinary, but international taxation will provide you an edge in one corner, is that your efforts for DT will be moderate. So your 30% syllabus in international taxation will get covered if you go for international taxation as elective.
ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। एंड एफआर की प्रिपरेशन के लिए कुछ सजेशन? एफआर मेरा
before going forward to that, I would also like to touch upon it. Yes, I also have very much fond about multidisciplinary case studies, but it will require many बहुत सारे एंगल से आपको प्रिपरेशन करनी पड़ेगी and it will really be tough call. लेकिन अगर आप इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन लोगे या फिर फॉर दैट मैटर एनी अदर टॉपिक्स सब्जेक्ट लोगे तो आपका मेन कंपल्सरी सब्जेक्ट में से आपके प्रिपरेशन आपकी हेल्प करेगी एंड आपकी जो एफर्ट्स लगेंगे वो थोड़ा सा कम लगेगी एज कंपेयर टू मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी केस स्टडीज। एंड स्पेसिफिकली अगर आप टैक्सेशन में परफेक्ट हो तो देन यू मे गो फॉर इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन। एंड थर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, इट इज वेरी मच पॉपुलर एंड प्रैक्टिकल में करियर के हिसाब से इंटरनेशनल टैक्सेशन को भी डिमांड बहुत है। दैट्स इट, ओवर यू श्रेया मैम।
Yes. So for FR, I would say the most important thing is practice that you need to do. For me, I was not able to practice each and every question. So what I did was I used to mark it in the textbook or module itself, and then I used to solve as many tests as possible for every subject, every practical subject. And the another thing that I would like to focus, actually there are many aspects that should be spoken about FR, but due to time constraint I'll stick to these two, practical and theory. I would say do not miss on theory, because sometimes some questions are asked. Again, we cannot say what time they will ask, but November 20 ke exam mein 15 marks theory was asked. So better not to leave the theory, and it is all conceptual based. You need not mug up things. Also I know some people who mug up questions as well, but it is not at all needed. Otherwise, if you get stuck up in any step, it would really destroy your entire question and the paper. So this is for FR.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any more queries? Viewers who are watching on YouTube, you can also comment in the chat section. We are watching it and we are also answering those questions too. Shreya ma'am, if possible, we can call your brother also for guiding on international taxation.
Right now,
Not right now.
definitely, yes.
what he's आप क्या बोल रही थी अभी?
हाँ वही बोल रही थी कि राइट नाउ ही इज इन द कॉल, सो मुझे लगा अभी आप बोल रहे हो. हाँ डेफिनेटली वी कैन आस्क हिम.
And because it is very flexible enough, because you are just newly qualified chartered accountants, तो आपको recent trends मालूम है, and you will be able to guide them very much effectively.
Right, right.
Any more queries, please? Or we should end the session?
I would also like to tell for all the GFRS people, if you can do one thing while preparing for your FR, it will help in FR as well as in and in GFRS as well. If you can just create or just write a one-pager chart for each and every concept, it would help you. Even Indes 115 का 116 का भी one page में chart हो सकता है if you can do it. If I find my notes, I'll share it with you, but it's very difficult I think. But it is possible कि एक पेज में आप ऐसे मतलब if you can collapse the things but do not miss on any concept, because I have seen some YouTube videos wherein they cover in 1 or 2 hours but some concepts are missing. So better try to gather all the concepts at one place so that it would be easier for you to revise things in FR as well as in GFRS.
And I think I have even seen some summary textbooks which are covering India's in whole. If you can, अगर आपको मिलता है तो you can also check out those publications.
Yes.
So, but I don't know about its
content
and comprehensiveness, because that was my mind block and FR was my disadvantageous subject.
Oh.
I was able to do it for passing purpose, but I can't teach or I can't guide students on this. And in that matter, ओल्ड कोर्स का थोड़ा बहुत तो मैं आराम से स्ट्रैटेजीज बता सकता हूँ, लेकिन न्यू कोर्स के लिए नहीं. So basically, Shreya ma'am, Radhika
Yes.
has also done that.
Radhika
Oh,
ji, that's nice.
Can you guide? And what you have done, I think she has prepared the notes which you are saying for.
Okay.
One pager.
Huh.
I have for each index I have prepared 1 page or 2 page like crisp notes covering everything, and that helps me in FR also, so that one day before exam I will just, or on the day like in the morning.
Exactly. Yes.
The exam on at 2 p.m. So in the morning I will revise everything and go to the exam. So that will help me in GFRS also.
Right.
So
definitely.
Radhika ji, if you don't mind, can you share those in the Telegram group?
I am not on the Telegram group right now. If you can add me, I will send it there.
Okay, okay. Or you can send me on WhatsApp or something. I will also share with you Telegram link, so that it will be beneficial for all the people. If you don't mind, it's not compulsory. Any more queries? Vaibhav ji, what you are speaking about? आपकी क्वेरी देखिए, लेकिन समझ में नहीं आ रही. What you mean? Do you mean Shreya has learned from which faculty? ऐसे बोलना है आपको?
Hi, yes sir. FR के लिए, main FR के लिए.
So FR I learned from Sanket Shah sir. He is faculty of Pune ICI, and GFRS from Bhavik Choksi sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I think Shalini has joined late. Shalini जी, आपको कुछ क्वेरी है? So great. It was a very wonderful session, and we are Radhika ji, do you want to speak something?
Yes. I have a last question. Actually, sometimes it happens when I read the case study of consolidation, I get stuck up because it is so a huge one. So sometimes I feel if I attempt other case studies, and is it a good idea that if I leave the consolidation wala case study and attempt other one, because I get totally confused in that, and then my confidence level goes down. So is it a good idea to leave that in the exam?
Yes, I would say this is a very relevant question. It had happened with me also. It was not confusing for me, but it used to take much time. So I had kept that question on my last priority कि अगर कुछ आता ही नहीं है, because I was very confident in solving that question, but it consumes a lot much time. So it is, I would say, do not leave, solve at least one question for your practice. But if it comes in exam, then give last priority to that question, because it consumes a lot much time, and if it is losing your confidence level, then just keep it at last.
Okay, thank you.
But do not leave the concept.
Yeah, I will read the concepts, and in the priority list I'll keep it at the last while attempting the exam.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, no problem.
We are here for yourself, on you only. So आप जितना मर्जी चाहो उतने आप queries पूछ सकते हो. We are ready and we will be more happy to solve your queries.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, आपको जितना benefit होगा उतना हमें अच्छा लगेगा. So I think Ashok ji, you have not connected to voice. Rejoin, please. So ma'am, it was very wonderful session and बहुत सारी queries अभी भी अगर जो आएगी तो we can solve it in Telegram group. You have been added in the Telegram group.
Okay.
Also आपके जो भी notes होंगे you can definitely share over there, and you are most welcome. It will definitely help all the people over Telegram group.
Yes.
And we have organized session of risk management tomorrow, 6 PM to 8 PM. जो भी risk management subject लेने वाले हैं electives में, they can join the same.
Thank you, sir, for inviting me. It was nice for me as well to guide all the students.
Thank you, Shreya ma'am. It was very wonderful interaction. It is second interaction with you on this platform, official platform. Otherwise, we had a great with many interactions.
Yeah.
And for the knowledge of the students, we had also kept an talk show with Shreya ma'am and other two all India rankers of intermediate and final, intermediate and foundation level. So you can even watch that talk show after your exams. Those जिनका exam बाद में है, they can watch it. And it is very wonderful one. वहाँ पे भी हमने बहुत सारे queries उनको पूछे थे, questions पूछे थे, and उनका इन तीनों panelists ने reply दिया था. So with this, अशोक जी, आपकी कुछ query है? आप लेट ज्वाइन हुए. If not, we will go to concluding remarks. Anybody who wants to give vote of thanks? Anybody wants to say thank you?
I would like to do that. First of all, thank you so much for organizing this event. I came to know about in the last minute, like some 20 minutes ago. I have recently selected GFRS and I had no one to speak to, as everyone just clinged towards risk management or international taxation. So seeing someone select GFRS, it's a rare gem. And I'm really lucky to find this even at the last moment. And Shreya, thank you for your wonderful insight. It's really a pleasure and an honor to talk to a rank holder, and one rank holder who has selected GFRS also. So I really enjoy the session. I'll take your inputs and I'll come clear out a CA soon. Thank you so much.
Definitely, Harishankar, all the best to you and everyone. And I would like to tell that I am quite active on Telegram. So if you would like to ask any question, because it happens for me also, GFRS was very new. किसी को भी देखो, everyone was taking RM or economic law. No one was there to take GFRS. So definitely you can reach out to me for any query you have.
And
one
more thing is that कि जो जितने लोग ज्यादा उस सब्जेक्ट को अप्लाई करते हैं, इलेक्टिव सब्जेक्ट्स लेते, तो इंस्टीट्यूट का ऑटोमेटिक थोड़ा सा ओपिनियन बन सकता है कि यार ये बाबा सबको पास नहीं करना है या समथिंग लाइक दैट हो सकता है, एंड दे मे डू पेपर्स टफ निकालेंगे या पेपर चेकिंग टफ निकालेंगे, वैसा कुछ थोड़ा बहुत हो सकता है साइकोलॉजिकली। ऐसे कुछ पैरामीटर्स हो गए या नहीं मुझे मालूम नहीं है, लेकिन जितना ज्यादा डिमांड रहेगा उतना सप्लाई थोड़ा सा स्ट्रिक्ट होने की चांसेस ज्यादा है। एंड सो इट इज बेटर कि जहां लोग ज्यादा नहीं जाते हैं एंड वो हमारी स्ट्रेंथ भी है, तो वैसे सब्जेक्ट सिलेक्ट करने का बहुत ही एडवांटेज रहता है, वैसे ही इलेक्टिव सब्जेक्ट्स चूज करना इज बेटर ऑप्शन।
Right.
एंड थैंक यू हरीश
Sir, in
बोलो।
chat, can you put the Telegram group? I would like to join.
आपने रजिस्ट्रेशन, आपको मेल मिला है ना, वहीं पे आपको गूगल फॉर्म की लिंक है, वो गूगल फॉर्म सबमिट करने के बाद यू कैन जॉइन द टेलीग्राम ग्रुप।
Okay, sir. Got it.
And thank you for asking queries and making it interactive session, and also for delivering vote of thanks. Anybody else is there who wants to speak and interact with ma'am?
Thank you very much, Shreya ma'am and Ruchikar sir, for wonderful session.
Thank you, Vaibhav.
Thanks a lot, Shreya ma'am, because it is very helpful. Like whatever tips you gave, we'll keep it in mind and we'll surely think of it while we are preparing for the exam. It was very helpful and productive session.
Thank you, Prachi. All the best, everyone.
Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you very much. Reena ji, I think Shreya ma'am will not be able to answer your question because she has not studied ISCA. She is from new
Yeah.
course, and we have specific session arranged for it on Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. With CA Akash Patnikar sir. Also, full course playlist is available in this Telegram group and on YouTube channel for ISCA. If you do that, it will be very enough for you. अगर आपकी कुछ स्पेसिफिक क्वेरी है तो प्लीज लेट अस नो, आई विल आंसर इट, आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर इट,
No, you'll definitely answer it.
because these subjects are my favorite. ISCA, law, audit, DT, theoretical oriented. I think she has left. Chalo. So thank you very much. I am very privileged here to have Shreya ma'am with us, and I express formal vote of thanks. And she is very really interesting, intelligent person and very ground to earth personality. Even being after all India ranker, she is not asman pe nahi hai, and she is very helpful to all the students. That is very great quality which everyone does not have. So with this, I am thank you once again, Shreya ma'am. And
Thank you
now
so much.
it will be very interactive group because people may ask queries and you will reply properly over
Definitely.
there.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks a
you
lot.
so much. Yes. Thank you. All the
Bye-bye.
best, everyone. Bye bye.
Yes,
Thanks.
all the best, and also all the best to you for career, and please do let us know if we can be of any help.
Thank you so much, sir.
And how was your experience, whether you like this session or no?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you.
Definitely,
After
because it
feedback.
was very interactive, na. मतलब मैं अकेली, I was not speaking. Everyone was contributing. You were contributing. Everyone were asking questions. So it was definitely nice and interactive session for me also, because I was like I was not the only one who was talking. वो क्या बोलते, प्रवचन नहीं चल रहा था यहाँ पे. We were all talking to each other, so it was a nice discussion, I would say.
बिल्कुल. I think chalk knowledge on YouTube has one query. I don't know whether you have answered it or not. How you have prepared for GFRS as it has 3 modules?
अच्छा, तो GFRS के there were no modules at my time, so it has been a recent change that ICI has brought in. So as far as I know, the GFRS modules are more or less similar to the study material that I have covered earlier, or that I have shared with you in the past 15 minutes or so. So I think you need not take much tension about it.
True.
It is more or less similar to Ind AS, IFRS and US GAAP.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And 6D का पेपर कौन सा है? Economic laws है क्या?
हाँ, 6D is economic laws.
Okay. I think that query has also been answered. 6D economic law. You can watch the recorded session afterwards. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you so much.